Go live.
Yep. We live, baby.
We live, baby.
I want you
Woo.
to let the people come in. 7:30 on that dot. Don't play with it.
Listen, let me tell you
Got the thing
something. You
figured out.
you gonna do the comments or what you gonna do?
Yeah, I can in the comments.
Okay, and then I'll do the tickers.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
baby.
you man the flow, I man the comments. That
Yes,
way
ma'am. Yes,
we
ma'am.
are what we need to be.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's let the people come on in the room. You click go live on Facebook.
Do, 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 do.
Go to your Facebook tab and make sure, because I know I had to click it on the Instagram.
Go live.
Hey, Shay.
It say connect streaming software to go live. Ooh.
It is what it is, baby.
Yeah.
I got a check mark over here on our side, so we'll check later.
Yeah.
TT, what's up, baby?
Yeah, I don't know what this about, but we can't worry about it now.
Nope.
Nope. Well,
Because
it is what it
everything
is.
else flow on time. I'm drinking high quality H2O tonight, actually.
Just that what you drinking tonight.
Real high quality.
Real
Make you a
hot
little
water.
drink. Okay, tell me what you got real fast.
Listen. Oh, this does sound all right, y'all. We about to get started. We about to get
Yeah.
started. Let's
Listen, I
get
had to.
started. Let's
TT, I
get
had to
it
drink that little
started.
water. The doctor
Let's
told me,
get it started in here.
she read me for filth the other day and said, hey.
Listen,
So, you know.
Well, it's enough people here. All right. So, we're going to start our mental health check-in. We're going to start with you first, Nisha. How's it going on your side, beloved?
You know, I got a new sound every week, really.
Okay,
now that I
yeah,
think
you
about
do.
it.
You do. You really do.
Straight. Drag the tea a little bit.
Wait, you got your phone playing in the background? Oh, that's
Look.
my bad. Play us fuck up. Keep going.
Now I'm straight. Drag the tea a whole lot.
Okay.
Today Juneteenth. It's our holiday.
It's a real nigga. Some real niggas. But do they like niggas?
Dog. You know what I'm saying?
You say you good. You good.
Yeah, I'm pretty straight. You honestly, okay, go ahead. Yeah, I'm good. How you doing, baby?
Down on my luck, back against the wind.
You just trying to make it, huh?
Yeah. Y'all let us know if we sound good or not, because we just got our headphones in, so we sound a little wonky. Let us know. But no, this week was a little challenging. It definitely was a little challenging for the kid. Life, friendships, and I did the best with what I had.
Okay, really, you want to elaborate a little bit?
I just think, you get to a crossroads where you just realize that, sometimes be end of an era, like the end of Shaq and Kobe sometime. And, I know love lost. You try to get back to where you were, and it may get back to where it was, but like right now, I'm just kind of like,
how you feel, not the like it is what it is on the straight, like how you feel.
No, definitely sad. It's just like, damn, okay. I didn't think it would be this, but
okay.
And I take my accountability for some of what happened, but when you got such high regard for somebody, you just like, you can't even go there with them, so you just kind of make it do what it do. So that's where we at now.
Okay.
Hey, Kristen.
You would, how can I put this? Becoming an adult, and as we age, I think when it comes, friendships, man, are so different from childhood, adolescent to adulthood. And one of the things you and I talk about a lot is me trying to ensure that I am being a solid friend across the board.
Right.
But in doing so, a lot of times I put myself on a back burner. For instance,
Mm-hmm.
I feel guilty for now having doing a thing, starting a brand, starting businesses.
Yes.
I work 5 days a week. I have to go in the office every day. We're trying to do
Right.
all these things. And
Right.
so you my girl in the bag of pearls gonna always and been there. You know how the longevity we have, but we also have other friends outside of each other, and so
Right.
trying to balance those connections and relationships sometimes can get a bit wonky because it seems as if, oh damn, you just forgot about me. No, I am
No.
finally trying to pour into
Trying to do a
myself and do
thing.
the thing that I
Trying
want
to
to
do a
do,
thing.
that I always have put off or made excuses for, or I'll do it later, or well, but maybe I'm so sick of this shit. So now that I'm
Right.
finally doing something for me, it is kind of disheartening and heartbreaking. And somebody in the comments just said, it'd be like a romantic breakup, and I feel like friendship breakups are actually worse than a romantic breakup,
Oh
honestly.
my God.
So
Like, I've been more heartbroken over friendship breakups than I have with a man. And that's the honest to God truth. Like
no,
when a
for
nigga leave
real.
you, you be like, nigga, fuck you. Like, bye.
Your
That's how I
friend,
be. I be like, but
my
like,
friend, I'm so
you
crushed.
be and not tell our business a little bit, but we had a little
Yeah,
moment a couple of months back.
yeah.
Now I didn't know my friend was told up. Let me first. I didn't know you was told up, friend. Like we had a little moment,
No,
but in my mind, I'm always and I found out this a problem when it happened with this other friendship. In my mind, I'm like, oh, we good. We gonna be straight. Da da da. So for me, it wasn't nothing to address. So like I told her, I went home with bed to my ass in the air with the fan on medium, and that was good. You know what I'm saying? Friend over there toe up. Friend,
sliding down the wall, y'all.
I was
Sliding
like,
down the fucking wall.
I said, oh, friend, you mad? Like I ain't think it was that
So,
serious
let
for us.
So if y'all caught our laugh last week with the floor is yours, we talked about this a little bit. But what was so
Hey,
interesting is
Tori.
we had a moment. It was like a Sunday. Then that Friday we went out to eat, and so we doing our usual one too. But as friends, we one thing we do is always constantly check in, because I think you have to be mindful to consistently
Right.
check in with your friend and make sure. Like I don't like pacifying and pushing stuff on the rug. Growing up how I grew up, that happened in my
Me.
household way too much. And
Right.
so, y'all, I'm over there talking to him like, I was really sad about it. I was trying to figure out what happened, what I could have done better, what could I say better. She said, "Oh, you was heartbroken." I was like, "Yeah." She said, "Girl, I was at home. It was what it was. I had my ass tooted in the air with my fan on medium, and y'all, I in the middle of the restaurant, my face was just crestfallen because why weren't you hurt too?"
Because in my mind, I didn't think it wasn't nothing we couldn't come back from. It was just like we just had a mama, we'll be fine. That's because that's how I'm always thinking. I'm not thinking it's something so bad to where, oh,
Hey,
this shit over
nieces.
with. This,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking like, oh, okay, you know, we gonna be all right. We good. At least that was
Well,
in my mind. I want you
and
to
in
be
my
free.
defense, I didn't think it was a deal breaker. It was just like, damn, the work I've been trying to do on myself, and you know what I'm
Right.
saying, trying to be better with my approaches and things that I'm saying, and yada
Mhm.
yada yada. And so it was like, girl, damn, did I mess up?
Girl, yeah. Nah, I really was
Let me
not mad.
rise.
Like I had a moment with it that day, and I'm just like, new day. But that's and I say this, and I'm not trying to be. Honestly, that's the beauty of neurodivergency. Like I've told y'all time, I got ADHD and autism, baby. It be out of sight, out of mind for me. When I feel some shit, and baby, once I didn't put it out the forefront of my mind, it be over with for me. I'm like, oh, you still on that? Oh, I thought we was done. Okay.
Oh,
And
she
then
be
I have to
like,
go back, and
doo
then I have to go back and revisit why she feel the way she feel. And then I have to remember. I'm like, oh shit, that did happen, huh? My bad. Yeah. But that's the mental health check-in. So let's talk
y'all doing all right?
about.
Sign off in the comments and let us know y'all been doing okay this week.
So I want to go with what we are reading and listening to. And let me
Okay.
start with baby. This one right here. Plus size player.
Nina ain't
I'm listening
playing.
to listen. I'm listening to this thing on audio, right? Let me
Okay.
first start with Danielle Ellen did her big one. So this is part of the series she doing. It's 3 parts. I did Cover Girl Summer first. Then it's
Mm-hmm.
Plus Size Player, and then she got it's some Blitz. I can't think of it. What is this called? What's the third book? Shit. Somebody said I just started today. But she got a third book, a Big Girl Blitz. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. The book is amazing. The audiobook is amazing. Wesley Siobhan is doing her thing with her male and female voices, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes. But let me tell you this, because if y'all don't know, I was a level 3 fat BBW once upon a when. Your girl was 360 pounds. Hey, it is what it is. But through God, weight loss surgery, and the GLP-1, I'm at goal weight, okay? Total transparency. I did not realize hearing those things back to back is just kind of like, well, what I'm referring to is it's a plus size female main character, Nina. And Nina is a plus size fashion model, and she has to listen to and endure all the BS that comes with being plus size. I didn't realize, baby, my inner fat girl ain't healed like I thought it was. Cause, baby, I know it's a book, but I'm hearing some of the shit that's being said in this book, and I'm like, oh, I said like, who, bitch, but within like the first 5 chapters, at least 10 times. But Danielle Allen makes you go there because you think about stuff like that. Like, y'all really be trying some shit. Like,
oh yeah.
I you up. I'm big, but baby, don't try me. And Nina is navigating through that, through her career. Not through her love life though, because the men that she got on that roster, oh baby, they loving it. But it just shows you that fat people are not really accepted into this world. And to hear it through a book, through audio, it's like, baby, I got to go back to therapy. I got to go sit on that lady couch because it drummed up some shit in me that I didn't think, God damn it.
Yeah. Okay.
Like for real, it was evoking all the emotion. But it's really good though. So I'm listening to that on audio. And what else I'm gonna get into?
Yeah.
Big Robin, not the little one.
Yeah.
That wave is gonna definitely be a movement. She been with Mula and Yumi or Yami. Is it Yumi or Yami? I want to say
it might be Yumi.
But
don't ask me.
Robin, yeah, she got her foot on next a little bit. I ain't gonna hold you. She got her foot on next, and I can't wait to get into this. I read like the first 10 pages, and I'm like, oh, I see what you did there. So I'm gonna finish up Plus Size Player, probably finish it probably tomorrow morning, and then I'm gonna really get into this. So
okay,
yeah. So what you got?
I'm starting South Wave. I didn't start it because I discovered El Madaris. I believe that's Madaris. I don't quite know how she pronounces, but I had discovered her like a couple weeks ago, and she has a few sports romances out. And when I say I have really been in my sports romance era, like in my mind, I'm gonna walk into the restaurant and be my next basketball player. In my mind, this was happening because that's how she making me feel. Right. But I'm starting South Wave probably tonight. But what I am listening to, remember I told you, friend, I never used to be a girl that juggled books, but now I am. So right now I'm listening to Wait for You, Siobhan Latrice, Crenshaw Kings. Of course, the people always talked about it. And it's so funny that I read Marriage Favor like last year, but I never hopped back into the series. I'll jump from urban to romance, contemporary, whatever. Right. So I have been meaning to get back around to it. Now, however, the audio is making me want to read it as I'm listening. So I'm kind of putting it down for a second because I need to do the whole immersive thing.
Okay.
Then I'm also reading Hoop Session by RBJ. This is my first book by her.
You know what?
I've never read anything by RB, but
let me say this because I'm a cover hoe. Baby, that cover eats down. Do you hear me? The cover eats down. I ain't gonna hold you.
And the male character so far is actually matching the cover for sure.
The energy is there.
The energy is there. You know, some covers you'll be like, "Oh, this don't match the MMC at all."
Everybody is loving Siobhan Latrice. Yes.
Okay. Yes. And I think I know Aubrey has other books out. I don't know why I started here, but hearing about all the other characters make me want to pause and go backwards and read those. Right. And then I was scrolling threads, and there's so many authors out now, and I gotta say, with all the authors, a lot of them are doing their big ones, and so I realized, I saw a thread by Tay Monet the other day, and I realized I hadn't read anything by her, so I also picked up Hear My Heart, and I'm ready to start it too. So
I heard that was a good one. the female male character in this one is deaf. I won't
Okay.
call it special needs. Her disability is that she's deaf, and family ain't been good to her, friends ain't been good to her. So she just girl just looking for a lifeline, looking for an out.
Okay.
So I heard about this one. And the main male character is Creed, and it kind of put me in the movie Creed because the female male character was deaf in
Oh,
there,
yeah.
and the
I
dude,
love me some Michael
the
B.
boss was
Jordan.
Creed, and I was like, maybe that's a little inspiration. Could be wrong. Don't shoot the
Yeah.
kid. But I heard it was good. So you know, yeah.
The people said I gotta go back and read Trenches, so I gotta put RBJ down and go backwards. But yeah, so that's what I
Mm.
got. Those are the things I got on my palette. But again, I say listening to Wait for You makes me wanna pause so I can go pick up the physical, well, the digital copy and
Right.
read while I'm listening. And
Right.
so they telling me to go back and get Trenches, and so I guess
Oh,
yeah.
they on
Mm.
your neck. Okay. So y'all know it wouldn't be a refined ratchet show without talking about Arthur Lady. Can we talk about how Arthur Lady paid in our face today?
Hold on, let me just search my phone while we doing it. Make sure she
Can
ain't
we talk
tried to.
about how Jacquel J, aka Miss Arthur
Hmm.
Lady, played in our face today?
Let me search while you talking.
Um, I
Ain't
just
dropped.
knew she was
Okay.
gonna bless us niggas on Juneteenth
And
with
you had to
Quasim
get.
3.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Baby, Arthur Lady said, leave me the fuck alone. I'm off like the rest of y'all. That's what the fuck she said. She told us to get on. She did that. While she doing that, let's just play a little visual. Let's just,
Okay.
and this is Bree's
Are
visual.
you
I
gonna
hope
play
y'all
the?
seen it now.
Oh, that thing ate too.
This the one Bree did. That's all we got, y'all. It looks so good. Don't have you watched the movie? Yes, Bree. Yeah. Bye bye. Girl, when I tell you,
Now, Bree.
I called him. Okay, I called Jazz and Bree my baby boos, right?
Yeah.
But when I saw that, I was like, well, damn it, it's a motion picture and all. Because what the fuck? Bro, you did your big one with this one, baby. Yes, baby, you got a spotlight. Yes, you definitely got a spotlight. Baby, them visuals
Absolutely.
ate down. The visuals ate down. Let me play my other baby boo. Cause
Yeah. Yeah.
it's Dave. It looks like okay. Let me tell you something.
Listen. Pause before you say that. Do you see how big my goddamn smile is? When I tell you the
Yes,
way I love Bri and Jaz down,
love
when
y'all
I
down.
no lie Saturday when she posted that Netflix thing, I said, "Wait, Netflix got a new movie." Like no joke. Remember we was sitting here on the floor, friend? I was
Yes, we
like,
thought it was a movie on
"Wait,"
Netflix.
I said, "Hold up, somebody did it," and we realized it was a damn graphic.
It was
When
a
I
damn
tell
graphic.
you, stop playing
Yes.
with them girls.
Y'all got my baby boos messed up. They can do no wrong in my eyes. Matter of fact, they can do so wrong
No,
in my eyes, and I'll be like, nope, didn't see it. Didn't see it.
listen.
But for real, shout out to you, Bree. Shout out to you, Jazz. Y'all make the reader experience so fun. And this just the beginning for them. Like, this only the beginning.
I can't wait till they teach me some stuff because I'm gonna
Oh,
upgrade my shit too.
listen, let me tell you something. But hold
Mm.
on, before I give them too much credit, let's talk about how these two helpers had the arc for Quasim 3. Listen, listen. Had the whole arc and didn't say nothing. I mean, baby, had it
I
under
thought
lock
we was
and
better than
key.
it. I
I,
thought y'all loved Auntie.
baby, y'all got our personal numbers, and y'all did us like this. It's
That's
cool.
crazy.
It's that's crazy. That's crazy. That
That's
big
all
boy.
right. When I see that little text message come across my screen, I'm ignore it.
Yeah, it's cool. But we got no Quasim 3 today. So hopefully, just hopefully, Arthur later come late in the midnight hour. She's gonna
Y'all
turn
gonna
it around.
turn it around.
So we fingers
Y'all,
crossed,
hold
y'all. I
on.
know.
Pause. I
Mhm.
gotta say something funny. Y'all, she singing Fred Hammond. There was this fella trying to talk to me one time, y'all. And she told me, I said,
Oh,
tell Fred Hammond to get his fat. Okay, I ain't gonna say nothing else.
hey, that boy
Go
did
ahead,
like Fred
continue on.
Hemming. Fred,
Remember
okay.
he showed up at that restaurant with them
Okay,
Crocs and
no.
some Dita pants and
We got
fake
to say that for
jewelry.
the Patreon. This okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
you right. I'm sorry. Go
Oh,
ahead.
yeah. All right. So now let's get into the nitty gritty, honey. Let's talk
Yeah.
about book news and what didn't happen in these streets. So
Oh,
y'all
girl.
know Charlie being Charlie. All I did was ask a simple ass question. Okay. This all I asked them, y'all. I asked, how much y'all pay for book club dudes? Okay. This all I asked. Because I understand, and this how I know some people are really new to the reading game. I remember paying book club dues as a kid in elementary school. It was $5 a month at Willow Oaks Elementary. It covered our little pizza, our little popcorn, our little Coke, and our little book or whatever we was reading, right? I remember my auntie and them used to drag me to their book clubs when they was babysitting me. Dues was $20 a month, okay? I understand there are still some book clubs that do charge. So me trying to do market research, trying to see what's tea, asked a simple question on Threads. Baby, when I say I had Threads on fire for 3 days, I literally had to tell somebody to shut up. Shut it up. We get in the online space, a lot of this shit is free. And a lot of y'all don't go outside. Y'all go on TikTok live. Y'all have y'all live little Instagrams. Y'all book clubs are through Fable and all that, and they are free. However, beloveds, there are a lot of book clubs that participate in person and some online. They pay dues because they do shit outside of being online all day. They go out to eat, they travel, they're getting books, they're sponsoring events, whatever. This is not an uncommon thing. People play book club dues. But you would have thought I was asking these people, were they giving up their firstborn? And I was like, if you don't know about something, be quiet. And don't shame people for something else. And some people say, what you mean they playing book club dude? Who charging to read for free? You're not charging to read. You're charging to participate. So yeah, friend, that was that.
Dang. Hold on, girl. They told me the Instagram was down, so I gotta refresh it because I don't know what's going
This
on.
is new to me. A lot of them. Yes, that's the thing. Like book club dudes are not. This is nothing new. As a matter of fact, it was one lady that hit me up on Threads and was like, y'all, I actually have been running a book club for the past 25 years, and they can either pay their dues monthly or they can pay them annually. This is nothing new, guys. Book club dues is nothing new. Okay. And I honestly, if I were to start a book club, I would want it to be an interactive experience. I would say, hey, let's pay dues, but I would do a breakdown of what your due money is going to. Now that's I think people need transparency on where their dues are going to. Because if I'm paying $25 $50 a month and it's 50 enough for this club, and you like, yeah, we want to do this event and it's gonna cost this much. I'm like, hold on, wait. Where the due money go?
What the dudes went, right?
Where the dues? You know what I'm
Um,
saying? But nobody is. It's not wrong to charge for your book club if you're doing things. That's the cap. If you're doing stuff with your book club. But even if it's an online experience, you might want to have a birthday club within the book club, and you want to get your, people for the month of their birthday something nice or a gift card. So those dues are used for different little things. So
I think because even when we talked about it, we ruminated on starting a book club. Yeah, having fees is necessary because think about it. If someone is hosting, if we're paying $50 a month for a book club, whoever's hosting should not have to shoulder the responsibility of footing like food. Cause let's be real, a lot of us like to drink, so providing the liquor.
yeah,
Y'all have to go when people have to drink up all that good stuff and say, all right, good, I'll catch y'all later. No, the hell you not, baby. I'm top chef over here.
and
Contribute to it.
now I know
Okay, go ahead.
Jaleesa was saying, Jaleesa does book club. Y'all know Jaleesa Reeves. I call her OG of the book space. she was saying the way they do it in their book club, it depends on who's hosting.
Okay.
Whoever is hosting for the month, then they sponsor and cater everything, which again, it makes it fair, right? Especially
Okay.
if everybody understand, like, you ain't gonna be feeding us no damn Cheetos and no damn jungle juices for the book club. But
Right.
she was like, so whoever's hosting, they shoulder that responsibility. Either way, you're coming out of pocket for something. I just don't like that we feel like we shouldn't have to pay for things. And
Mm-hmm.
you know my philosophy, friend. You pay for the shit you want to do.
Yep.
So book club is one of them. I didn't think nothing was wrong with it, but whatever. So that was that. Anything else you
I
got on
think it's a
book
big
club?
deal.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think there's a standard,
Mm-hmm.
and for me, I would appreciate, a book club. Like again, like I said, shouldering the responsibility. Even if it's okay this month, let's see, you got 10 people, $50 a month, that's $500, right? If
Right.
there's a running balance of that money, this month you might do charcuterie. It don't cost a 50, $500 to do it. But that money rolls over and it's a constant build up so that you guys are able to do the things you like to do. Oh, somebody come and said different people are unaware, so they were likely jarred by hearing some have dudes. But to me, when people, not saying that not all book clubs are created equal, or that not
They
everyone takes
not.
them
They
serious,
really not.
but a lot of people treat their book clubs like sororities and fraternities do.
Yeah, they treat it like real
And
social country clubs.
right, social clubs, like even Christmas Santa, a lot of them travel. So a lot of that stuff goes towards preparation and things like that. Now if you're a virtual attendee or something like that, I could see why
Right.
you would be hesitant to pay dues.
But
But
here's my thing with that, friend, and not to cut you off. To address what you said, people, if you're unaware, don't be so loud about what you don't know. That's the thing. Y'all hopped in my comments. Ain't no way in hell I'm paying for no book. Relax, beloved. At ease, my queen. If you don't know, people pay for. And I had a choice. Charlie had a choice. I was like, either I can clap back with the spirit of petty, or I can explain why they're paying said club dues. And I explained it to a lot of them got it. They were like, oh, okay, now we see. Now the ones that
thank
get it. The
God.
ones who don't, and it was somebody who didn't get it and made a whole video on TikTok 2 days later and thought it was gonna get some motion, and baby, it didn't sit nowhere. It didn't even sit nowhere in her edges. So,
Maybe one about you. Maybe somebody else has said something.
and I know that, but it even yet and still, if it ain't directed, it ain't respected. And she made
Yeah.
this, ain't nobody coming for book clubs. Nobody came for book clubs. Everybody asked a question. Someone asked a question.
All right. Leave Kirk Franklin out of it.
So that's what that was. Oh, Sean was like, she charged for the supper club. Yeah, that's just what it is. Like, it's expensive to do shit, and everybody can't shoulder the goddamn cost of shit. Not in this economy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So,
Yeah, baby, it's a restaurant going out of business every day.
okay. Now the other thing that had the girls in a tizzy. BookCon. Now, BookCon is a book event that started in 2014. The last time they had said event was 2019, and they stopped due to COVID. And they've decided, hey, we're gonna bring this back.
Okay.
The question was for BookCon, who all gonna be over there? Would you know when niggas ask that? Is we gonna be over there, right?
Is
I
my
too
favorite
asked
cousin
that
gonna be
question,
there? Okay.
right? And so, baby, they asked that question, and you would have thought, God damn it, it was World War III. And I see it on both sides, right? It went from asking the question because we're just trying to say, hey, we never heard of this. Because a lot of readers are new to the space.
Okay. Yeah.
But this event had been around for God knows how long. It just slowed down due to COVID, and they couldn't meet in person anymore, and they kind of let it fall out the bottle.
Okay.
Again, don't go hard for the shit you don't know about. Shut up, right? The people ain't even announced the author lineup, so we really still don't know who the fuck gonna be all over there. Let's start with that, baby. It went from fighting the mayonnaise people till we started fighting each other. Two of my favorite content girls was at war. I was like, wait, we have lost the fucking plot. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. And one creator was like, the same people that's saying we want to be welcome at BookCon. Those black people, they want to feel welcome at Black Romance Book Fest. And I was like, everybody, let's chill. Let's chill, please.
All right. I'm sick of you.
It said book hunt has always been predominantly non-black people space from the old BookTube days. Things can change, but at ease, everyone. Exactly. We don't know what's what, and I'm pretty sure they're taking inventory. But I said what I do not want to happen if they did not have plans to include us, because it. Let me first say it is diverse in what they're doing. There were black creators on the promo video. Just because those black creators do not read what you read or support what you support does not mean it's not diverse. I tell people all the time, the black book space is not one dimensional, right?
It's not linear.
It's not linear at all. We all represent different pockets of the black experience when it comes to reading. So just because those aren't people that you know you're familiar with and that you support what they read does not mean that event is not diverse, right? So it was that argument, and then it was, well, we just want to know is the niggas gonna be there. I too want to know. I ain't gonna hold you, but we don't know what we don't know. Let the people make the announcement first. But what I do not want to, I don't want them to carve out a spot for us to be token Negroes, and then we get there and get treated like second-class citizens, because you know they do that a lot. You know they'll be like, "Oh, we left y'all out, but let us give y'all something," and then the something don't be worth a damn. The something be terrible. So you gotta look at it. She said the presentation in here fancy. Aunties,
I know, Johnny. There go Johnny. There go Johnny. You always thought me. No, just playing. Thank you, girl.
No, but it's just that, and I want us to stop trying to force our way into stuff, because, and I put that in the IG channel, just like y'all listen. Between this year and next year, baby, we are loaded with black book events. Trust me.
Yeah.
And that ain't even including the shit that's local within your respective city. We just talking about the big shabams, right? So even if BookCon don't cater to what you want to do, guess what? It's a book event happening damn near every month next year.
That's why y'all gotta follow Jaleesa. Book me there.
Yeah. Please follow Jaleesa's place. Book me there. Okay. And even when
she tell you about everything.
You know, I see stuff and I throw it up in the IG channel or the chat or whatever. Just be like, hey y'all. Like today they had something in Virginia. I was like, VA book girl, is y'all up? It's some local, it's free, some they can go to. So relax. That's it.
I feel this way about everything, not just book shit. I just want to know, why did we push? And don't get me wrong, be clear, because somebody gonna take a soundbite and misrepresent what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying we don't deserve to be in those spaces, but I'm also not fighting motherfucker to be there.
That's it.
I'm just not fighting to be there, because I'm gonna get there. It's gonna be awkward. It's gonna be weird, and you don't even cater to what I like. I'm good.
I'm gonna tell you. You remember that video? That man, they was talking about the civil rights movement. That old black man. He said we fought so hard to sit at them counters and eat, and the food wasn't even that damn good. Imagine you done got your ass. You done got your ass beat,
spurred, beat up, everything to be somewhere, dogs, and you get there.
This thing got sit on you. All to sit at this white lunch counter. You go sit at the damn counter, and the damn food ain't seasoned.
The macaroni runny, the chicken ain't crispy. Girl, please, I ain't got time.
Greens ain't even cooked all the way. It's how you eat water and leaves.
Matter of fact, it ain't even no greens. It's spinach.
You done did all that.
I'm not doing it.
For what?
I just don't
have to chill.
I just don't fight for people to agree with me, to understand me, or nor to like me, or force myself in a space. Nah, because wherever I go, it's gonna be lit as fuck. That's just what it is.
That's just what it is. What it is. What's up?
What's up?
Okay, but that's just what there was. I just thought that was one of them things. Like, y'all, we really got to be at ease. We really got to chill. And that's all it was for me. Other than that, we have to go into a little real life drama.
Hold on.
What?
She said, I think so many people are new to the space. They don't know just how far the blah. Damn, I can't talk nor read, girl.
They don't know how far the inclusivity has come. Y'all gonna go there, hear, cock, then get mad. Can we say that on YouTube? Mm-hmm. But again, we be listen. I'm not fighting to be anywhere that does not include me. And like now, I did say in my in the group chat, like, listen, now you know me, I'm a nosy motherfucker. You know, I pull up in the fucks and be like, what the fuck y'all over here? Because I can pull up.
Johnny, I can read. I can read a Johnny. Don't she I ain't asked her to say
And I
me,
said for
okay?
that, now I will go for that reason alone, because you know I'm going over my nose turned up in the air at
See, here you
everybody
go.
working.
Here you go. Then them people like, what's wrong? It smells in here.
I'm like, it smell like wet mayonnaise in here.
What? See,
Yes.
that's your level of petty that I be trying to understand every day of
Yep.
my
Because
life.
it's like, I'm here now. What's up? Mm. I'm
Girl,
like, oh, this
prayers.
y'all little book fair. This what y'all be doing?
Did you notice how you put the little on it? You know
I
that when people
did,
insulting you a
petty.
little bit.
Yo, little book fair. Period. See, that's the type of shit I like to do. I call it recon work. I want to go see what the fuck y'all back there doing. I want to pull back your curtain. I want to see what I can see, so I can come back and snitch to
Child.
y'all. Because let me
Y'all
tell
be
you
trash
something,
over there.
baby. I wish I was a goddamn fly on that wall for a polycon, because they said them white folks in there cutting loose.
You know
Baby,
what? Move on to the real life drama. Cause
baby,
see, you
they
about to
said them
get
girls in
picked.
there fight, and the only reason they couldn't get it on video because they were not allowed, and they was fighting over arcs, y'all. The white people came up out of character for arcs. That's why they was fighting them lines. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
well, hold up. I ain't gonna hold you now. Sometimes I be looking at some of us when we be arguing back and forth about an arc. I be like, why y'all acting like that? What? Why we
Hold
acting
on,
like that?
speaking of
What's the
arcs,
problem?
and we don't. I'm gonna say this, and we're gonna move on to the real life drama. So I'm on book threads. You know, I'm listening to Plus Size Player, right? So I say
Mm-hmm.
something that I didn't realize was a spoiler alert. First of all, did not, because everybody, they mama and they dead grandma, they got the goddamn art for Plus Size Player, whether it's the book or the damn audio, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I put the spoil on there, and Miss Britta, her books, take this down, Charlie. Everybody ain't read it. I said, well, hold on, B. I'm telling them call out your name, Britt. I said, I know good goddamn well. They sent you an arc for this motherfucker 4 months ago. I ain't even read it. I'm just not getting to it. I said, see, I'm in a one-sided beef with Net Galley, and I'm sitting up here fighting with they ass because I can't get a goddamn arc. And you got it, and you just not reading this bullshit. I said, see, stop holding up the book prayer line. Because a bitch like me want to get the arc, okay?
Both of y'all. Between you and Britt, okay.
I'm
The
like,
book
wait,
prayer line.
the book prayer line. I'm in a one-sided beat with Ned Galley praying to the book gods, like, please let them approve my shit. They
Okay.
treat me like I'm a bitch
Okay.
with bad credit. And they
Okay.
like, they say, not you. You ain't getting this art. But here go Britt with the goddamn art. She done had for 4 goddamn months and just not
You
getting
know,
to it.
sometimes I think God went to sleep when he was making you just for a hot few seconds. But go ahead.
Why would you say such a okay?
Why would I?
Now, Charlie, you could have got that arc, but you said no. I said that after I couldn't get the arc. I said I'm done fighting for them fucking arcs. Fuck them. I'm gonna be stressed out with everybody else at the same time. That's gonna be me. Okay.
That baby said
Period.
that gal treated me like a beggar.
Look, they be treating you like her, huh? Yes, that's how the fuck they treat you. They sure in the fuck do. But on to some real life drama. We
Jeez.
ain't gonna stay here long. So
Oh.
Diddy Boots, aka the diddler.
Oh Lord.
The diddler's going down. Womp, 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 womp. If y'all anything like me and be nosy as fuck, I have been trying my. First of all, Nisha's supposed to keep up with the goddamn case. Let's start with that, okay? She's supposed to be private out, little spy the goddamn case, and she ain't did her goddamn due diligence. Now, when Robert Sylvester Kelly was carrying his ass off to jail, I had a goddamn update every day about what the fuck was going on. And I worked at the hospital. I had patients in my face. I'm telling them shut the fuck up because I got to tell my friend what's going on with this case. This MF supposed to be goddamn it top guy private eye. She ain't kept up with shit. Shout out to Demetria Lucas in her podcast for keeping the girl abreast in her threads. Cause Nisha ain't did a good goddamn thing for this Diddy case.
So I ain't call you today tell you what tomorrow was talking about.
But
I'll be calling you talking about what meals we talking about. Hey, okay, I see how we gonna get on her and play in front of people.
All I gotta say is though, Nisha supposed to have been keeping up with the 1-2-1-2. Now today she came with a little info. I ain't gonna hold you. But baby, the dealer is going down. Let me say this. It's 2 things I want to point out in this case. And we ain't gonna stay here long because we won't keep it about the books, right? The tape that was sold in the Diddy case, the security guard. So when he allegedly attacked Cassie, we're gonna put allegedly.
Please.
Look, type it down there somewhere. Allegedly. His chief of staff, KK, called a hotel and was like, hey, you got something in your possession. We need to get that back. What it's going to take to get it back. Security guard, Mr. Eddie, making minimum wage. He was resisting at first. He like, no, but Diddy and them kept pressing, right? They kept pressing him. He like, okay, cool. He finally talks to his boss, which is head of security, because he like, fuck it. Let's play ball. He talks to the head of security. The head of security fumbled the first play. Tell him if he wants to take, give us 50 bands. 50 motherfucking $1,000, and this man worth $400 million. The bidding for me would have started at $5 million. I got your entire fucking life in my hands, Negro. I can destroy you. $50,000.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
Ain't no way. Word to future.
So Mr. Eddie then goes and called back KK, did his chief of staff, and was like, you know what? We got a deal. We gonna play ball. Where you want us to meet you at? They give him an undisclosed location. Diddy acting like this man is the best in the world, saying, oh, Eddie, you're my angel. Allegedly. You know, Eddie says he signed some paperwork, but Diddy understands that this man don't know what he doing, and he gives him an additional $50,000. So now Eddie got $100,000. All right? $100,000, which still ain't enough. Eddie dumbass give $50,000 to his boss. He gives another $20,000 to a coworker who knew about the tape and how the deal was going down. Eddie only keeps $30,000 and buys a used car. Eddie, if you watching this, I hope and I pray you learned something.
Eddie will make it $10 an hour, baby.
Eddie was, but here's the thing, Eddie, you and your team were supposed to go for the fucking gusto.
He was making $10 an hour. What did you expect?
Eddie, my mans, what in the entire fuck did you think? This is Mr. Can't Stop, Won't Stop. This is Mr. Bad Boy himself. You only asked for 50 G's? Oh my God. The man bought a used car. You didn't even get a pre-owned certified, my nigga. You got a used car. I'm sorry. But he got immunity out of this deal, right? But I want to know if that immunity covered them IRS charges, because you didn't report that as income, Mr. Eddie. And them alphabet boys ain't gonna play with you when it come to their coin.
Hey, three people you don't play with. The I, the R, and the S. Hey, let me tell you something. Let me tell you two things.
Yeah. No, Eddie ain't smart. Eddie ain't smart at all. So he did his testimony, and then
I'ma say it again. Eddie made $10 an hour. What did you expect? Okay.
Yeah, listen. At the end of that goddamn day got to end, and Eddie, you fumbled that bag so many motherfucking times. And then here's the thing, Eddie. Y'all had other copies of the tape. I would have sold Diddy that shit and instantly called up TMZ and E! News. Hey, I got some shit. You can't say it's from me. I got some shit for y'all. Man, I would have sold that motherfucker tape 3 times over, big dog.
I would got money from you, your home. What you say? Me and you
your mama and your cousin.
Shit. Baby, I've been slanging that shit like I was a DVD man at the barbershop. Hell, you talking about?
Hold on, me to say if Johnny had 4 apples, exactly.
If he had 4 apples, what? Child.
Baby, Diddy would have still. Matter of fact, I would have had Diddy paying my motherfucking great grandkids if I seen some bullshit like that. You wouldn't have called me. Not for no $50,000.
50? Wow, that's crazy.
Man, please. So then the other part of this, Jane Doe, allegedly, she doing all these freak offs, and she testified for 6-7 days. Now it's alleged that she has a rapper baby daddy. Allegedly, right? Allegedly. When she got through getting bust down for 18, 19 hours at a time, they straight up said that. Okay, I got your text. Boo. They straight up said that Lil Mama was only getting $10,000 a month. I'm sorry. I'm dealing with one of the richest superstars in the world. $10,000. Now, let me say this. If that man was only making like $200,000 a year, that seemed like some balling ass shit. This Diddy, this $400 million man, you doing all this sucking and fucking, and you only getting 10,000.
I wouldn't have to work another day in my life.
Everybody that could have came up off Diddy did a fucked up job of coming up off Diddy.
Johnny, get out. Go to timeout, goddammit.
Yes, Jaleesa. The $10,000 was only for her living arrangements. And he wasn't even giving it to her in her hand. He was paying the rent himself. Let me tell you how else she fucked up a bag. So her alleged rapper baby daddy.
Somebody on Instagram said, you get a tape just like Oprah. Like, you get a tape. You get a tape.
Period. No.
I'm telling you now.
Now, this woman has a baby daddy who is a rapper, prominent rap figure, right? The heifer was getting $40,000 a month. And you got to remember, this was 10 years ago. 40 bands would have carried you a long way. If you do that times 12 in a year, that's $480,000 before tax a year. And all you did was pop out a little niglet out your coochie, right?
Yes, we talking about Jane Doe.
Yeah, we talking about Jane Doe. Somebody put a battery in her back, was like, girl, you can get my money in that. Take his ass back to court. What she take her dumb ass to go do? She took her dumb ass back to court. The judge was like, baby dad, the lawyer was like, all right now, bitch, you running them up. You know what? Since you want to be greedy and we're going to really break down, we're going to do a forensic of your finances. They said, you know what? You don't need, you're right. You don't need $40,000 to take care of the child. You need $4,700. Bitch, you didn't went to court and now you got $33,000 left. And what fuck you was, oh baby, I would have cried. I might have cried. Now, matter of fact, I wouldn't even took the nigga to court. 40 band, I can make it work.
She got exactly $33,300 Liz.
Baby. And this is why you don't listen to your dumbass bird girlfriends who ain't never dealt with a nigga like that in their life. You say, hey, you shut up. You got Popeye manager coochie. I got rich baby dad rapper coochie. You let me handle this over here. You can't tell me shit. Cause I wouldn't have fucked up my 40 bands till my baby was 18.
40 a month.
A month.
What kid needs 40K to live a month? Okay. Hear me out. Okay. Maybe you got private school, right? And maybe the baby got a shift.
Maybe I would have moved to a great suburban neighborhood with a great public school system. Fuck private school. Keep going. This shit.
I'm done. Don't worry about what I'm about to say. It don't even matter. Don't worry about it.
Private school. You ain't going to no fucking private school. We're going to move to a nice neighborhood. They got a great public school system. That's free. And matter of fact, little nigga, you might be getting free lunch behind this bullshit. I'm not getting you.
All right. Now, free lunch is taking it too far. Free lunch is taking it too far.
You know what? You right. Mommy, I'll pack your lunch. I will pack your lunch. You might be eating leftover neck bones and beans, nigga, from the shit I cooked the night before. You ain't, nah, we ain't doing that.
Huh? You know what? And you wonder why I just said God fell asleep. I can't do this with you.
You know what? I'm just saying. My bad, y'all. I'm trying to put my water in here.
It's one of them things where, to me, and I ain't gonna stay here, but I am curious how you went from getting 40K a month from your child's father, but you only accepted 10K and this man had you stretched from east to west and taking unusual things, and you talking about your little hot pocket. You talking about your hot pocket over there doing all sorts of things.
Baby, the lady said she kept a UTI and a yeast infection, allegedly. She stayed on antibiotics. Now, this one I got to put my public health and my healthcare hat on. The thing about antibiotics, your body's going to build up a resistance of them. You dealt with this man for years and years, and the situation never cleared up, and you stayed on fucking antibiotics. Come on now.
Doing what I was trying to do.
Allegedly. She freaked the fuck out. Listen. But peace and blessings to them, to all the victims involved. Real talk. Like, we don't want, this ain't a bad session. It's just listening to this case has been fucking wild.
Seriously.
It's been wild.
If y'all looking for a good recaps, I am very much So I'm nosy, right? And we gonna tell the truth about that. So if you're looking for good recaps, I want to say Demetria Lucas. She does them on Threads, and she has a podcast called Ratchet and Respectable.
Yes, that's
Um,
been respectable. Shout out to you, Demetria Lucas, doing the Lord's
and
work.
then there's a guy called Mims. It stands for Make It Make Sense on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Simone, she is, I think it's attorney Simone
Mm-hmm.
Red Wine or something like that. Simone is an actual attorney, and then she's covering pieces of it. I forget the young lady from Breakfast Club. I know she does some recaps, but I don't know if she's
Lauren
still doing
DeRosa.
them. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know if she's still doing them, but there's quite a few people who are doing them. And then what I'm always interested, infatuated, and fascinated, I mean, is listening to them talk about like the energy in the courtroom and
Right.
even in the overflow room and stuff like that. And I just be like, yeah, but
Yeah.
hi.
Now the other real life drama, we ain't gonna stay here long because this is fresh and new. Mr. Tyler Perry has allegedly been slapped with a lawsuit for sexual assault. They said Mr. Tyler Perry has groped one of his stars on one of his hit TV shows, and I can't even think of the young man's name. But they said it was
I think
three
it's
different
Derek
incidents.
somebody.
Yeah, they said it was three different incidents where he was basically cornered and trapped and basically feared for his life, allegedly. And they're saying Mr. TP made some unwanted sexual advances. Everything ain't came out, but what I do know that is a white man. Um, so I don't know if he gonna pay him out or if he gonna see his day in court. But y'all know y'all can't mess with these people. Y'all cannot mess with these people. I don't care what background they come from, where they trailer park trash, where they grew up, wherever. When they come to these people, leave them people alone. Okay, they're gonna take up for their people every time, every single goddamn time. So,
You know,
mm-hmm.
one thing
Derek
about
Dixon,
this,
that's his
and
name. Derek
yeah,
Dixon
yeah, yeah.
allegedly is accusing him. Allegedly,
Wait,
allegedly.
Jaleesa, what you mean he gonna pay just like he did last time? What?
Oh my
Yeah.
God, Jaleesa, don't you
Girl,
make
you
up for you
telling
up
me
here,
some I ain't even know. Girl, do we need to send you the invite to hop up here?
girl.
Cause what? I ain't know
Oh my
about that.
God.
So look, what I was gonna say, you know, okay, so don't get me wrong. The statement is innocent until proven guilty.
Right.
However, even with that, sometimes a lot of whispers about you become a loud voice.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm not saying we know, like for instance, we know there are certain people, like certain women target, you know, high professional athletes,
True.
I mean high profile athletes and movie stars and things like that because they're chasing dollar signs. But this is
Right.
why I also say, um, you have to be mindful of who you're around, what you're doing, and the position you're putting yourself in.
Right.
Now, if Derek Dixon, now I ain't gonna lie, I read some of the complaint, and the complaint was written pretty wonky, and you know professionally. I was
Yeah.
looking at that complaint, like the
I was
wording
gonna
is
ask
a
you how you
bit.
felt about what they had said up in there.
Just reading the complaint, it's written a bit different for me,
Mm-hmm.
to me, but you know, every state laws, and it's a civil case,
Right.
from what I understand, and most people have to understand that I'm not an attorney, so an attorney should correct me on this. But from my understanding and the roles I played, civil is much easier with burden of proof most times
Mm-hmm.
than criminal because there has to be like a sufficient amount of evidence before a case becomes criminal. But an
Right.
attorney should correct me on that. However, if Derek is telling the truth for what TP allegedly did,
Right.
and I do remember they're talking about Christian Keys. I do remember those videos circulating. If what he did, that is not okay.
Yeah, it's unfortunate and people have to understand too.
Somebody said Fat Joe.
You sure was that? Mm.
You know what? I did see a comment video today about that girl Tisa Tales. She covers Diddy stuff too. I
Mm-hmm.
saw a banner on YouTube. She was talking about, I guess Fat Joe had a lawsuit too, but I didn't get a chance to look. So wait.
Yeah. Oh my god. Well, if you know, to all those victims involved in any of those cases, whether man, woman, young, old, you know, peace and blessings to y'all all.
Like for
We
real.
never want anybody to, you know, be victimized
Victim
and not
blame
victim
or
blame,
victim
victim
shame.
shame. Is
Yeah.
just it's not okay. So yeah, I just want to see how both of these gonna shake out. And let me say this before we get off of here. I just hate to hear this whole narrative of y'all trying to take a black man down. It's like said black men shouldn't do bullshit, allegedly, if they did bullshit, allegedly. So
Well, I definitely saw a lot of that, right? And I
yeah,
do not like when people do that because I don't like the lack of accountability.
right.
Just because they're a mega superstar and
Mm-hmm.
they got money don't make what they're doing right. And ain't nobody
At
trying to tear
all.
them down, baby. People are speaking their truth.
That's it.
But see, the same people saying that, it's the same one that know their uncle been touching people in the family and they still
All
around
right.
them.
Yep.
So
Yep. Move right along. Move right along. So peace and blessings and be
mm-hmm.
delivered. All right. All
Mm-hmm.
right, niche. Then you know, baby. Now we start a new segment with Nisha called No Nonsense with Niche. Okay. I'm gonna have mine called Charlie Please, and I think we're gonna rotate it because I'm always hearing Charlie Please. And Nisha always ain't with no nonsense. So this gonna be her week to get her ish off. Whether it's in the book community or real life. Nisha just ain't got got time for the bullshit, basically. So the floor is yours, beloved. What we doing?
I'll tell you what I ain't got time for.
Okay. Speak on it.
You know, and this is gonna be one of those times I'm gonna stand up and people can say whatever the hell they want to say after this.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of bullshit I see, the amount of unwarranted problematic shit people do, I'm
Mm-hmm.
never going to understand.
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes, and this is to me deals a lot with people having opinions or checking. So,
Mm-hmm.
for instance, I
Okay.
saw a conversation. I still stand on you can have your own opinion, but be respectful.
Most
You
definitely.
can't get pissed off because somebody got a goddamn opinion about your stuff and they don't like it. Like I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, do not, and I don't care if this book, word, whatever. If you're being disrespectful, don't tag them people. Don't do that.
Yeah.
That's wrong. I
Yeah.
don't think that's cool.
Right.
Um, I think there's a way to state your claim and be respectful. But
Most
everybody's
definitely.
so goddamn mad because people got opinion. You know what I be finding funny though? Y'all don't be mad when the motherfucking opinions is positive towards you. And granted, of course you wouldn't. Because
Right.
it supports you, but sometimes and there's a lot of foolish damn people too. There's some
Oh
people
yeah.
who are living for being foolish, who
Mm-hmm.
lives for having chaotic things to say. Ignore
Right.
that shit. If it don't apply,
That's
let
it.
it fly. But I just be
Jaleesa
like,
said, talk about it.
some of y'all so damn problematic, and I think that's one of the things because you and I talk. I always say everybody love Charlie, and people don't really mess with me like that. And sometimes I wonder, is it because I sit off in the cut and in the corner, but I do try to be front and center. But I also have a very low tolerance. And what's ironic is me and Charlie has flipped in that type of regard because it used to be I will always be the one like, well, but maybe. And she be like, hell no.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this too, and I said this on threads earlier, and I'm just gonna keep it at the book in the book space. It be so much fucking selective outrage and cherry picking on the shit or the people they want to highlight. Because I see some goddamn flagrant files from a lot of the same people, and the motherfucker don't bat an eye. They would damn near let you say fuck your mama and everybody else in between, right? Nobody will say a fucking thing. But let it be somebody you don't really rock with or somebody you think is problematic. It's like the dog. I was like, now this motherfucker just said. But all this person said, well, I said, oh, I see what it is. So if you're, and it's fucked up, and it's like this in life too. If you're well liked, you can get away with bullshit. If you're not high on somebody's priority list, hey, they coming for your ass. And I just don't think if y'all gonna keep shit fair across the board when it comes to shit like
Mm-hmm.
this, do it for everybody. Don't let your homegirl or your fave be over here on some bullshit and you pulling the Marge Simpson. You're doing this right here because you act like you don't see it. But
You
somebody you don't
know,
too much rock with, oh, stop what we doing. We gotta speak on this. It's time to highlight it. It's like, nah, you full of shit. You
And I'm
really
gonna
full of
tell you
shit.
something. I'm gonna tell you something to piggyback off what you just said. One thing, I don't say much of shit, but what I peep too, some of y'all homegirls and y'all faves that y'all love
Hold
who
on,
swear they
Pop.
don't
I gotta
be
shout out Darnell. She know who she is. What up, Chandra?
uh, uh
Yeah.
some of y'all fave who y'all love who swear they don't be in the midst of shit. I be peeping game that it be the selective outrage, right? And they
Right.
swear they don't be in the mix, but they be the ones right in the mix, egging shit on. But they wait till everybody else add they little 2 cents,
And
then
then they
they
come in.
add it.
Who said that? What's going on? Bitch, you know what's going on. You saw this shit when it first popped off. Don't play like that.
Like I guess for me, I'm a motherfucker. If I said it, I said it, and I'ma stand in it. If I'm right, wrong, or indifferent, now I can be corrected. Be clear. I'm never
Mm-hmm.
one that can't be corrected. But if I said it, I said it.
That's it.
Now, if I'm wrong, help me, correct me, and then cool, we could talk about it. But
Right.
don't play that old fake. Oh, I'm just so girl. Stop playing.
Look, Jaleesa just said, I'm a call you in the room kind of girl, and I'm gonna give a little bit of a story time, just a little bit. So
Okay.
I had a situation with a young lady that I thought was basically stealing my content. And I don't know what made me hit Jaleesa because I was just like, I'm new to this space. And before I crash the fuck out, let me see how I can be PC first, right? So I hit Jaleesa up. I was like, listen here, OG, this the situation. What I'm supposed to do? OG was like, listen, slide them DMs respectfully. Let it be known that your brand is your brand, your voice is your voice, and we can't rock it like this. So I said, okay, OJ, I'm gonna try it your way. I'm gonna see what's up. I'm gonna see what's tea. Now let me say, little mama didn't want to play ball at first, but you got to call a thing when a video had slick real viral. You took my shit, right? And I said, I'm so glad in that moment I didn't have a crash out moment because she might not have wanted to do whatever, but she like, you know what? I delete the video. Deleted the video. It was dead on it. We moved on, right? But I think about stuff like that because something like that just happened to somebody else, and I'm like, do we blow the dog whistle or do we slide in them DMs like, come here, girl, let me holler at you right quick. Let's not make a spectacle of this. Let's eat, let's go around the corner and talk. Because no, we're not gonna do this. But I'm so glad in that moment. And again, Delisa, I appreciate you for kind of, talking me down or whatever. Because I was pissed. I was really pissed. But she was like, no, just slide them DMs to be like, hey, let me holler at you right quick. And it worked out. And we ain't had no more problems. It ain't been no shade. It ain't been none of that. Another situation I had was with what's her name? Candace Bimbo. Now
Mm-hmm.
me being funny on threads. She was talking about getting a ticket to Black Romance Book Fest. And I was like, beloved, those tickets have been sold out for months. What the fuck are you talking about? And she was like, how the hell you gonna tell me about a goddamn event I just found out about? Basically. So then Charlie had a choice. I can either go there or we can try to get an understanding. I said, let's get an understanding. I was like, well, what I'm trying to understand is we've been talking about this event being sold out forever. You're an author. What do you mean? And she was like, you know what? I got it wrong. I was talking about the brunch for the book thing. I was like, oh, long story, let's not, girl, me and Candace locked in now. We friends. And she said, when you come next year, we're going to link up. We're going to take a picture. We're going to have us a brunch. I said, okay. And it'd be moments like that where you have to, but again, y'all hoes still be on selective outrage and I'm going to stand by that. The
Yeah.
end.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
She
I
said
know,
I
I
was
think that was
definitely
my
disengaged. Yeah.
I think
I
that was
agree
my
with you, Lisa.
biggest peeve in the nonsense that I just don't have time for. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I think we're old enough, and don't get me wrong, there is a plethora and a range of ages in this space.
Most
But
definitely.
I think sometimes we as people, and let me be clear, me and Reed, but the majority, let's call it a spade, the majority of us are women. And
Right.
the amount of women I see, I'm not gonna call it bad behavior, but I really be want to ask y'all, what's y'all goddamn problem? Like, did you not get enough attention? You don't got enough friends? Like, this the only thing. Like, I saw Farrah Roshan threesome, and when I saw OG Arthur put this, that lady said, y'all need to put the phones and the books down and go
Go
outside and touch some
outside.
grass. When I said, when I saw Farrah, I said, yeah, it's real out here.
Yeah.
OG said
When the
that? Come
OG
on,
got to
man.
say, hey, let me holler at you right quick. You fucking up the thing.
Man.
You was fucking up the thing.
My girl said, put the phone and the books down.
Now. Like even the books can't go outside. Go get you some air. Go
Please.
go go Stop worrying about the characters in the book. Go meet some real
Please.
people and
Go
come
get
back
your couple of tacos
you
and,
know.
go kick your feet off the curb and just be
Yeah.
okay.
Just be okay with being okay. And that's all we really want for
Yeah.
everybody. Like, just be cool with being cool. And when you
Please.
see fucked up shit, don't call one person out and not call the other person out. This, you locked in with this person. Sometimes, listen, Nisha called me out on my bullshit. And I be
All the
like, girl,
time.
I'm like, girl, I don't want to hear this shit.
She don't, y'all. She be like, this
I'm
how I
never
know
heard.
she don't want to hear it. Let me tell you how I know she don't want to hear it. She get quiet. And she was like, okay, well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to call you right back. And it be like hours later. What you doing? Yeah, now let's try to sneak back in now, fam.
Here's the thing. At the moment when shit be happening, listen, fuck everything. I'm pissed. Okay? I don't need no fucking voice of reason. God damn it. I want to knock some shit off. I want to cuss some motherfuckers out. I don't give a fuck that voice of reason. Fuck this angel on my right shoulder. I don't want to hear none of that bullshit. But then, when I calm down, I'm like, friend, you want to go get some food?
Listen. And because I know how to deal with my friend and I know who she is, I just be like, girl, come on. Because it is what it is. Because at the end of the day, I do get it. But she know I'm going to always try to keep her off a ledge. But
now, hold on.
I don't
now,
know.
remember, we had a talk the other day. Friend said, hey, you been real good in this space for 6 months. For 6 months, they ain't got the real Charlie.
Oh, God.
Going forward, I got to let you off the leash or it ain't going to be right between us. So I'm letting y'all know.
That is not what I said. That is not what the hell I said.
Goddamn, we supposed to be She said, going forward, if you have to clear some shit up, if you have to have a crash out moment. I said, oh shit, say less. That's what I heard in my mind. No,
yeah, I know.
What you say?
That's not what I said.
What you say?
I said I understand.
Okay.
I've been peeping. I've been seeing.
Okay.
You can address something, but there's a way to. But in your mind, you heard crash out, cool, boom, in the story. That's what you heard.
Because I've been
cool.
At this point, and the words of Big Boost, I'm trying to be cool, but goddamn. Charlie done being cool. Now, let me say this. I'm not finna go out my way to be ugly or make nobody feel uncomfortable because I just don't do that.
Oh, but no. She know I snatch about that ponytail.
Yeah, I don't do that type of shit. But do know them sneak. Now, how what you say? It's gonna be a lot of that going on. I'm popping up in your life. I'm doing everything. What's up?
Oh God, what did I do?
Let's handle it because I'm done. I can't. Yeah. Okay, let's move along. All right.
So listen, y'all, this ain't nonsense, but I wanted to show y'all something I discovered today. And y'all might have already seen this, but let me show y'all. So did y'all know that they was coming out with these Soul Reader glasses? You can connect them to your it's called Soul Reader. They're glasses. Okay. It's up to me, it's mimicking VR. You can connect it to your Kindle and read the book. The goal is, they said, is to put the phones down and stop mindless scrolling. Okay. So you put the glasses on.
How much them cost?
They like $249. They not that expensive.
Okay, them middle class prices. I can afford that. Okay. Them is middle class.
You know what? And if you is the lower of the middle class, put them on a pay in full, baby. Do what you gotta do, baby.
Listen,
but I don't know how this.
Listen, I'm with it. And I see how it's got it covered.
Yeah, but I just don't know how that's going to work. Because in my mind, it feels like virtual reality. When I was looking at the demo of it, I'm like, oh, that look like it's kind of going to be like virtual reality. And it learns like your reading speed, but that scared me a little bit. Because what you putting in my eyes? What you deposit? What kind of things going on?
I fucking robot, and we just got to be okay with being okay. That's just what that is.
Yeah, Will Smith tried to tell y'all I robot and everybody, okay.
I'm gonna give you my philosophy on it. I just feel like everything we see in Hollywood, they got inside government information. They telling us what it is. So even the Jetsons tried to tell us what the fuck was gonna be up once upon a win. Right. So whatever.
But yeah, they like $249, and so it's supposed to learn your reading speed. You connect to your Kindle.
Jess said all the readers gonna have them on, never take them damn glasses off, looking like X-Men. Goddamn Jess. Oh, shout out to Jess with the spray edges, baby. I done got my spray edges books of Kennedy Ryan. What?
You ordered yourself a book and then ordered me one. Nor tell me about it.
Hold on. Let me put you up on game, Miss Mamas. I put it in the Plot Society IG channel. Okay.
Instead of 8 motherfucking groups going on, okay?
Well,
Auntie can't keep up.
as your best friend, you supposed to only be in the one that matters the most, the plot society. We dropped the link. She told you what was tea. I bought my book. I didn't know you wanted one. I didn't know.
Now you call me about everything else. You ain't think to call me about that.
All right.
You call me 17 times a day within a 4-hour window. And you ain't think,
Right,
okay.
let's move on to these announcements.
Just when you release it again, let me know.
So announcements. The first thing is and Jaleesa is one of the people we're gonna have on this panel. June 26th, we are having a creators roundtable, which is next Thursday. Jaleesa, let me know if you got the email because I'm trying to be professional over here. We're gonna have a roundtable, and can I tell them who's gonna be there?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's going to be Jaleesa. It's going to be reading her books. It's going to be Erica. It's going to be Bri and Jaz. And it's going to be LaShawn plus us. So it's going to be 8 of us up here. And we're just going to be talking about, we're going to be talking about like the reader experience, what's happening in the space, new content creators, all content creators. Oh, Jaleesa said she just saw the email. So Jaleesa, let me know if there was too much on the email too. I'm trying to be professional. So we basically just having a roundtable discussion. Everybody has a different view about what's going on in the space. I think Jaleesa is the most tenured person that's gonna be there. And then we got some people that's been around a couple of years, some people that's brand new. And we just want to hear everybody's experience. So definitely turn on your notifications for next Thursday. And I'm gonna do a whole little flyer. I might even hop on the microphone and do a little announcement or whatever. But it's gonna be a time, and I'm really interested to see what's what. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all this. We gonna let everybody get their ish off and talk about their experience, but we ain't doing no name dropping. We don't do that with ass shit over here.
No.
Like, if you ain't address that person when that shit happened, don't do that over here. We ain't doing that. It'll never say them girls from R&R put that battery on your back, because baby, we can't help you fight.
No.
We ain't helping you fight. Them girls see this. So it's gonna be that. Now the other announcement is June 28th. This is for the Dallas Book Girlies. This just dropped yesterday. So Brown Sugar Babes, and I forgot the other group, please, I'm sorry, is doing Booknik in Dallas next Saturday from 12 to 4 p.m. So I sent out the back signal. I was like, hey, Dallas girls, we up. Come out. It's free. You get your content on. They might have your little food, little liquor. Now, let me tell you what I did. I had already signed me and Nisha, and I told her, like, hey, you want to go to this? She was like, yeah, like, cool. I already made you my +1. As if she had a fucking choice, right? So we will be there. I think it's going to be a time. And again, it's stuff like this with events that you can go to. You ain't got to go spend a bag on. It's just readers in the community. And I'm going to say this. I think it's going to be some niggas up in there. I'm just saying. Gonna be a few, like, oh, you like to read? Me too. So yeah, it's that. What you got to say about that? You looking forward to us showing our face in a place in style and grace?
Okay, let me tell y'all 2 things. Now I don't think I'm nobody. I don't think I'm big enough. But Charlie asked me this question: what happens if you go somewhere and somebody notice you? But like, hey, I know you. And I be like, I gotta remember to fix my face, because I'd be like, why y'all staring? Or because you know how sometimes for real, you know, you go someplace, people like, when you leave or they leave, they'll message you and be like, I saw you in such and such. They be like, why you ain't gonna say nothing?
Like, I know that's right. Y'all like our lives, so we can get in the algorithm shit. We trying to get these goddamn off the couch and all this other shit. So do like the live. Press the heart button, please.
Now, how you gonna say that in the middle of me talking? That's crazy.
I'm sorry. I just saw somebody coming. Go ahead, baby.
I'm just saying. But if you see us, say something. Like, we want to kick you. And then,
we want to kick it.
But
we definitely
we're gonna have some little drinks.
We're gonna have us a little drink, little fun.
Wait, do they got liquor on the flyer?
I think they're doing a little yang, but if not, we'll find a little place to post up.
Okay.
Do our 1-2-1-2.
Okay.
And that's gonna be it. So I think that's gonna be cool. And the fact that it's free, I mean, you can't beat that. You can't beat it. No. Like, come on, guys, it's fucking free. Y'all always talking about some. I'm the first one to say in order to be a book girl, you need a bag, which you kind of do. But this is some free shit. So
show up.
Yeah, definitely show up. Last announcements. We have. Hold on, let me take this off of here, honey. I didn't move too fast. So the other thing we have coming up is Miss Bella J. We got an interview with her and her latest release, with cookies on top. Now, Jaleesa interviewed her first. I don't know if y'all caught Jaleesa's IG live, and I think Alika is doing the next interview. And then it's somebody before us, but we are the last ones. And it's gonna be Tuesday, July 1st. We're doing an interview with Bella J. And we're gonna talk about her latest release. Now listen, you know Bella J put out 12 o'clock, 12:01, baby. I'm asking about that 12:02. I need to what we doing? Okay.
We come to talk about with cookies on top. Okay.
We need to talk about 12:02 because I need more. Bella J, if you're watching this, I need more. Okay. All right. So yeah, that's what's going on. And you know, cover eats down, honey. You know, I'm a good cover hoe. You know. But yeah, anything else? Questions, concerns? You got any more announcements?
No
Anybody,
more.
any comments that y'all wanna what the people in the chat saying?
They just said the cover fire.
Yeah.
That's it. Everybody kind of dwindling down. We hitting that mark where everybody ready to go to bed. That's what that
Everybody ready
is.
to go to bed. It can be 9:00.
I
Well, we did.
understand.
Listen, y'all. This is. I want to say I'm gonna keep it real. This was like our first production. Didn't even hear no fucking hiccups. Thank fucking God.
the first one.
The first one. The sound was right. The light was right. The connection was right.
And we were on time.
And we was on time. I had all the stuff loaded up. It was time. So,
hey, my little 2 cents.
Then you know, look, your little 2 cents. So next week we doing Charlie, please. we got to.
All right.
We got to. But you know, as always, we thank y'all for rocking out with us. This was fun. Yes. This was really
love
fun.
that.
Thank you, Jaleesa. Thank you, everybody tuned in.
Make sure y'all come back next week for the Creators Roundtable so you can hear some of the voices and some of the people that you interact with on a day-to-day basis. Want to get their feedback, their opinions, their thoughts, and everything that is circulating around the book space. So make sure y'all show up. Like, tell your friends to show up. Bring a friend. Tell a friend. We here. And I'm going to post, if y'all are in the plot twist Charlie channel, I'm actually going to post a drink recipe for y'all to have so you can make your little drink.
Oh, that's going to be good. A drink recipe. I ain't mad at that, friend. You got to give it to me too so I can make sure I'm on task with the drink. What? Okay. But yeah, so we going to do that. We going to promote that thing good so everybody can come. Good night. Thank y'all. Happy Juneteenth.
Wait, somebody... TT said, wait. What happened, TT? Wait, what, girl?
I think she's just saying, wait, girl.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, thank y'all so much for tuning in. This has been a productive live. I can't wait to watch it back. And we will see y'all on next Thursday with the crew. Bye,
all right, party people.
Are we going to QP in a done